Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. I know that I've been absent for a while, but first things first. I've noticed that a bunch of you are brand new to this small community, and thank you very much for taking the time and clicking that subscribe button. And if you're watching the video and if you haven't subscribed yet, well, what the hell are you waiting for? The subscribe button is right there. Trust me, you will not regret this one. For today's special, we've got something very cool, something that I've been looking forward to record for quite some time, but hey, I've been crazy busy. Maybe one day I'll talk about that, but not today. We're going to be talking about combining photography with text in a sort of a 3D type of way. I swear to God, this is so simple and you're going to kill the game with Instagram, hands down. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. So, for this effect to look very cool and realistic, we're going to need a photo with several layers. What I mean by that is, if you think about it, for example, this right here is going to be layer number 1, layer number 2, layer number 3. So if you will, like you can have a foreground, or like me, for example, I would be the subject in a background. That's exactly what I mean. If you use, like, let's say for example, a wall, it's just not going to look the same because it's not going to have that 3D type of... I just received an email. It's the second one. I think I received one on the intro. Anyways, I'm sorry. So without any further ado, let's jump into Photoshop and let me show you what I'm talking about. So I decided to go with this photo right here because, well, you know, I look pretty badass in there. That is the photo, and the final result is going to look something like this. And believe it or not, this is literally just going to take a few minutes, and as you can see, just a single layer. So for the sake of it, let me just go ahead and deactivate this layer right here. So let's begin. We're going to start by pressing T on your keyboard to bring our text tool, and if not, just go ahead and click on this T right here. So now I'm just going to write the word discover. To move my text around, all I have to do is press Command and then just move it. If you want to as well, you can just go ahead and bring this tool right here, which is the move tool, and as you can see, you can just place it wherever you are desires. So this is where the magic happens, right? Make sure you have the text tool selected, and now we're going to go ahead and create a mask. And for that, we're going to go to this menu down here, click on the new mask, and just like that, we already created a vector mask. So all we have to do right now is grab our brush, and for that we're going to press the letter B, or just go ahead and select the brush tool right here. So now we have to do is select the size. I like to work very quick on my keyboard, so click Option and Control, and with my mouse, if I go right, I'm going to make my brush bigger. Left, I'm going to make it smaller. Up, I'm going to make it very smooth. Down, I'm going to make it very rough. And if you don't want this, you can just go ahead and click up here, which is going to be your brush configuration. So as you can see, this new vector layer right here is white, which means that we need to paint with black. So make sure black is selected right here, and if not, just press X. And as you can see, by pressing X, this is going to change the colors. And if you don't have black and white, do not worry about it. Just click on this little icon right here, and this is going to bring it to the default black and white. And again, let's go back to our text layer, and let's bring our opacity down to around 40%, I reckon. So make sure you have your vector layer selected, and this is how it's going to work. All the parts that you want in the foreground, you're going to paint. So in my case, I want to be in the foreground, so I'm going to paint around those areas, as you can see. For the time being, it does not have to be perfect, and you're about to see why. Now that we've got our main outline, as you can see, it's not perfect, but do not worry. I'm just going to zoom in. Again, Command plus or minus to zoom in or zoom out. I'm going to grab my white color, and this is going to bring everything back. So in my case, I really don't want that, so let me just get rid of all of this. And now we have to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to look like. So once you're happy, go back to your text layer and bring the opacity up to 100. Let's zoom out, and there you go. That was really simple, wasn't it? If you want to, you can just finish here, call it a day, export it, upload it into Instagram, kill the game, get those hundreds of likes. But if you want to go the extra mile, let's select our text layer and go down to the effects part. So here we're going to go ahead and click drop shadow. And as you can see, this is going to make those edges a little bit more defined. So I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. So this is the before and the after the shadow. As you can see, it's quite subtle, but it does make it a little bit better to read. Alright, come on, you really can't say that that was very difficult. Even if you have absolutely no clue about Photoshop, all you need to do is create a mask and just paint a little bit, and there you go. You're going to step up your photography game quite a lot, trust me. So if you like this video, by all means do not hesitate to go bananas on that like button over there. Subscribe if you haven't already. And like I mentioned earlier, if you already subscribed, well, thank you very much. You guys are the reason why I'm making these videos, and I really hope you like them, and I'll definitely make sure I'll keep them coming. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!